Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be looking at storyboards, what they are, who uses them, and how to get started. And the first question we need to answer is, what is a storyboard? If we go by what Wikipedia says, a storyboard is a graphic organizer that consists of illustrations or images displayed in sequence for the purpose of pre-visualizing a motion picture, animation, motion graphic, or interactive media sequence. Basically, guys, it's like a comic book. My definition is a storyboard is a set of drawings that help you visualize the entire story in advance from start to finish. It's like a comic book from start to finish. The only difference is a storyboard is a tool used to produce the final product or to plan the production of the final product, and a comic book is the final product. That's the only difference. The next question is what industry uses storyboards? And the answer is everybody. Films, animation, commercials, video games, and even independent YouTube animations. They all use storyboards. You should storyboard everything when you're going to produce an animation or a film or a commercial or even a video game. A storyboard is just a planning tool. As far as who inside the industry uses it, anywhere from film directors use it to plan out the shots, animators use it to as a guide to what they're supposed to be animating. Independent animation artists use it to plan out and to figure out the camera angles and camera movements and all that stuff. Finally, let's get started with a storyboard. How to produce a storyboard. You're going to need a template. Is it necessary? No, but it is very useful. I went online and just Googled storyboards, and I came across this website. Lets you download for free. There's a bunch of storyboard templates, and you can download the PDFs, or you can just Google it and go to the images, and you can use something as very simple as this. Mine looks exactly kind of like this. There are more complicated ones with all this information in there, scene, the frame, and all this stuff, but you don't need anything that complicated to start with. Something very simple like this, just a set of boxes with some lines underneath so that you can write descriptions of what's going on in the template. So here's my template. I opened it up in Photoshop. I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer so that I can start drawing in this layer. And this template has the project name, the artist, the number of sheets you've used, and the date, as well as the panels that you need to draw, and a brief description of what's going on in the panels. Maybe voiceover, dialogue, whatever you need. You can use these lines to write down some instructions. So I'm going to get a brush and I'm going to zoom in to this panel, and I'm going to start drawing. I'm going to speed up the video, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an establishing shot here and then write down the description below. And so there it is. There's my establishing shot. I'm going to zoom out a bit and start writing what this is. Start writing what this is. This is an establishing shot. And write down some production notes. I'm going to create a different layer for production notes. And I like to do my production notes in red. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in to this house. So the camera will zoom in and frame this house. There's where my frame will end from here. It goes from here, and then you put an arrow. It goes from here. It's a zoom from this frame to this frame. I'll move on to the next frame. In the next frame, we see the character, our main character, in bed. Go back to black because I'm going to draw and go back to my drawing layer. And I'm going to start drawing. Maybe his bed is this way. Maybe his pillow is right there. And in the next panel, maybe what we could do is take all of this move it over to the next panel. And then erase some of the stuff so that we can continue drawing. And there it is, guys. It's easy. You just have to have your story in mind. You just have to write your story, follow along the story, and then just start drawing the story with some notes of what's going on, maybe the dialogue or the voiceover. But you can see here that it's morning. The camera zooms into this house. He's sleeping, the alarm goes off, and then he just slams on to turn it off. And then he gets up, and then the story continues. And that's basically it. You do not have to be a great artist. As you can see, my sketches are loosely drawn. And the reason you want to do loose, rough sketches is in case that there's something goes wrong, you can change it really quick. You're not hesitant to change it because you only took a couple minutes to draw out that specific panel. If you take 3 hours to draw out that panel, you might be a little hesitant to change it if something goes wrong. You may be like, oh, I did so much work on that panel, I don't want to change it. But if you keep it loose, fairly consistent, there should be no reason why you wouldn't want to easily draw it, take it down, redraw it until you get it right. Remember, this is the planning phase, so you might have to redraw some panels here and there. So plan for that. And that's all there is to it. In the next video, we're going to look at storyboard terminology, where we look at camera angles, camera movements, and some of the terminology involved with storyboarding. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you.